Hey there. Happy Friday. Dr. Sabrina here. I hope you are ready for a really good weekend. And today, as we wind up the week, I wanted to bring a question to you. And that is why some team members respond really well to coaching and other team members don't, and what to do about it. And so, one of the things that I think is really important for you to be aware of is that not every team member that you have is coachable. A players are coachable. They respond really well to feedback, and you'll see a significant improvement after you've coached them. And when you have other people on your team who aren't A players, one of the things that you'll probably encounter is when you try to provide performance feedback, you get a lot of excuses, finger pointing, victim mentality coming out. Like, it's not my fault. Somebody else didn't do their thing. And so coaching them is really hard. When you're coaching your team members, you want them to perform better. And one of the most rewarding things about having a coaching culture in your business, which we at Tap the Potential love supporting our business owners in creating coaching cultures in your business, is because your team starts to own responsibility for their results that they're creating, their deliverables. And it becomes more and more important for them to figure out when there's challenges or things that get in their way from delivering the results, how to make that happen. You might also have members of your team, though, who are not A players and they're not coachable, and you see a very different set of behaviors from them. And so at Tap the Potential, we train business owners on the coach approach and how you coach. And it can become very frustrating when you're trying to coach someone who's not an A player. And so what I want you to be aware of is if you have team members who aren't A players on your team and you're giving performance feedback, one of the first things that you'll recognize is when you give that feedback, you'll see a spike in performance. Like, things will get better and you think, "Oh, great, it's better. We're on a better track." But you'll also see a very quick drop off again. And then you have to go coach again and then drop off and coach and drop off. And so it's like this roller coaster. And meanwhile, you are putting in a lot more effort to address the issue than the team is. That is a big red flag. So, what you want to do is stop putting your energy on coaching the team members that are not coachable. Change your energy, put it intentionally on your team members who are more coachable. Spend time with them. It's the craziest thing that we will invest more time with our more challenging team members than we will with our A players. Invest the time in the A players, develop them, because you'll see a significant return on your investment of time with them versus somebody who's a warm body and who's doing a lot of finger pointing and just not accepting responsibility. But then the other piece is remove that energy from trying to improve that team member's performance. Spend your energy on learning how to hire and attract A players to your team and how to coach those A players. It's a much better use of your time. And I want to let you know, to that end, at Tap the Potential, we have all kinds of things going on in the months of July and August to support you with hiring, onboarding, team development. Right now on the Profit by Design podcast, we are coming up on our 200th episode. So be sure you tune in to the 200th episode. We're bringing on a very special guest. She's being featured in our Great Place to Work Spotlight. She's been on the podcast previously. And when she came on the podcast a little over, I think, a year and a half ago, she was having significant hiring challenges. She's used the How to Hire the Best system, and she's really turned things around. And she's done some very innovative things to overcome these massive hiring challenges. I think you'll really be able to relate to her situation and be very surprised at where the solutions can come from to your hiring challenges. So that's going on in the Profit by Design podcast. Plus, I have multiple episodes where I'm teaching about hiring and onboarding and team development in the months of July and August. And I'm also putting on a livenar that is all about what's working right now to attract A players to your team. So I'm going to pop that link here in the comments for you. And I would love to see you come onto that livenar And it's not a webinar, it's a livenar, and I call it that for a very specific reason. I'm going to teach, and I want to have the opportunity to interact with you, and I want to hear what your current hiring challenges are and coach you through that on the livenar. So I hope to see you there. Get registered. It's tapthepotential.com/ hire the best. Meanwhile, have a great weekend. And remember, focus your attention on nurturing your A players and learning how to bring more A players onto your team. That really is the key to you having a business that is more profitable and more fun and gives you time for what matters most. Because after all, this is all about learning how to take your life back. Bye for now.